Hey everybody, this is Jay here. So I don't usually do reviews on games, but because of my experience with Battlefield 2042, which just came out, all excited for it. Now, if you pre-ordered and did the deluxe one or the supreme one, which I think is $100 and $120, you can play today. It's been live for about 14 hours since midnight, my Eastern time here. Now, a lot of people have had issues. There's bugs, there's glitches. Personally, I haven't had any bugs or glitches. I'm playing on an Xbox Series X, not playing on PC or an older one or Series S, Xbox Series X. And I'm having some problems. And mainly none of them are the game itself. The game actually plays very well. So let's dive right in. First off, they'll throw you right in. It's a normal Battlefield experience of conquest, all against AIs, which was fun. As you can see here, I'm just kind of running around getting a feel of the map. But the graphics is what first irked me. And you can see here, it looks like it's from 2014, 2015. And I'm not joking, really. It doesn't look as good as I was expecting. Now, it's just some of the textures. The buildings don't look that great. The ground doesn't look that great. But certain things like the trees, your firearm in front of you, other people, they look great. Sounds are great. The sound is fantastic. Battlefield sound design has always been pretty damn good. But everything else is not the best. Now, visually, I really won't care too much. I mean, graphics don't really bother me as long as the gameplay is good. Now, for gameplay, let me tell you, the gameplay is great. It is very good. Shooting feels good. The time to kill seems to be a little bit higher than a normal Battlefield game. You can still one-tap people in the head with, large caliber weapons. Still takes 2 to the head with an AR or an SMG. But I feel like you're hitting someone 7, 8, sometimes even like 10 rounds with a light arms pistol, AR, 5.56 round type of thing. Whereas in previous games, it'd be 3, 4 shots in the chest and you're dead. So I think they did increase the health a little bit here. So some people might not be too thrilled about that. Doesn't really bother me too much, especially with how bad like Apex has been with their time to kill, how much shield and health and all that bullshit. So it doesn't really bother me, but some people, you might get a little pissed off by that. But if you're a sniper, still 1 shot to the head no matter what, and 1 shot to the chest if they're like 80, I think it's like 85% health or less. So there's that. The classes are all the standard Battlefield classes. The setup's a little bit different. So for controller, it's LB for the Xbox. I believe it's R1 for PlayStationers. That's going to be your new hub for attachments. When you unlock attachments for a gun, you're going to have all of them ready to go. Really, really breaks the realism on the game. I'm not thrilled about that at all. As far as Battlefield goes, as far as the arcade style games, it is the more realistic of the majority. Rainbow Six being probably the most realistic as far as gunplay goes, minus where the bullets actually come out from, because in Rainbow Six they pretty much come out of your optic, not out of the actual barrel of the gun, which is stupid. But anyways, the game gunplay, it's a little bizarre. So you get this L button or R1 button, so you can attach any optic. You could change the barrel, you could change the magazine, and in some of the guns, you actually change the caliber of the gun on the fly, which, if you're a gun enthusiast like myself, this is going to take you 20 minutes, 30 minutes to disassemble the gun, clean, port, bring in the new barrel, bring in the new lower, bring in your new upper, make sure you have a large enough ejection port. Like, a lot of things, there's a lot of things that have to go into this to actually change it, but you do it on the fly. Whatever, it's the future, 20 years ahead, so maybe they can do these things. I don't know, who cares? So that might bother a lot of people. It's just weird for me, and it's something you'll get used to. Um, so that's the gameplay. The gameplay's fun. Graphics, not the best. Content. This is the big issue. Now, we all knew you were not going to get a campaign in this, and that's fine. We all knew we weren't going to get a BR. Battlefield did a BR. It was called Firestorm, and it failed. It wasn't terrible. It's just the map they had was terrible. And as far as content goes on this, I have to say, there's nothing. So let me break this down. For multiplayer people, you get 2 game modes. 2. You get Conquest, the standard Battlefield experience. Everyone loves it. It's great. Absolutely fantastic. The mode is still there. Everything is great. There is some issues with spawn camping and vehicle spawns. That's it. That's the only problem I ran into. It's still great. It's still fantastic. So if you absolutely love the Conquest mode and you won't play anything else, then go for it. Just go for it. However, I was always a fan of the non-vehicle modes in Battlefield. I like boots on the ground. I don't like vehicles. I mean, having a ATV to get from one place to the other, that's fine. But like tanks, helicopters, that's awesome. But sometimes I just like to have a game mode where it's just equal, gun versus gun, not chopper versus a whole platoon in a building. Destructible environments are still here too, which is cool. So the vehicles and the Conquest, that's all awesome. You can have an absolute blast with it. But that's it. No TDM, no domination, no other types of maps, modes, anything like that. It's just the big maps, Conquest. The other one is the Breakthrough, which was, I don't remember if they had it for Battlefield 4 or not, but I know they had it in Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5. And in Battlefield 1, it was great. I actually really enjoyed this mode, and it's still great here. It's fantastic. You just keep pushing the opponent back like in a line. You guys all have the same ones in a straight line. You just keep going and going and going and going, taking over the next spot, taking over the next spot. It's very good. And if you played like Insurgency, same concept. Or Insurgency might have taken it from them. I don't know. But I've been enjoying Insurgency lately on the Xbox Series X. If you haven't played that one, it's very, very good. Realism of Rainbow Six, as far as one shot chest, one shot head, maybe 2 shots to the leg, and you're dead. That's it. And kind of the gameplay modes of Battlefield. So that's Insurgency. Check that one out if you haven't already. Anyways, that's kind of what the 2 modes are for Battlefield, and that's it. Conquest and Breakthrough. That's it. No campaign. There was never any zombies mode, so nothing like that. Then there's Portal. Now, I unfortunately only got to play for about an hour and a half before the servers crashed. Yeah, it's EA, it's DICE, it's day one. Their servers are horrible. It crashed. So I wasn't able to actually jump into the Portal. But from what I understand, PC people are the only people that can use Portal. I did read somewhere for Xbox Series X and Series S, we are able to play it. I think for PS5 as well, you're able to, but to a limited extent. If you're on last gen, PS4s, PS4 Pro, Xbox Ones, or even the Xbox One X, you are not able to use Portal. So you've got 2 multiplayer modes if you're on old gen consoles. Even if you have the Xbox One X, which is fantastic, and I think it's better than the Xbox Series S, if I'm not mistaken, and more powerful, you don't get these things. And you don't get 128 64 on 64 multiplayer matches. You only get 32 on 32 64 player matches. That's it. So the content in this game is extremely limited. Now, this brings me to the one mode that I actually really bought Battlefield for. Now, I knew the multiplayer was going to be good. The beta was not that great. Was a letdown on a couple fronts, but I figured they'd have everything fixed. And even they even said in the beta that that was a 2 month old or 3 month old version of the game at that point, and that was 2 months ago. So, they've had roughly about 6 months to put in, time and effort to fix it, and it was good. It's good now. I mean, but the Hazard Zone was a game mode that was offered up as like an alternative to Hunt. Everyone keeps comparing it to Escape from Tarkov. That is not correct. It is nothing like Escape from Tarkov. It has the same overall concept. That is it. Escape from Tarkov is an extremely, extremely simulation shooter game, first-person shooter. If you haven't played Escape from Tarkov and you have a PC that can run good games, go buy it right now. Go download. You're welcome. It is phenomenal. This game mode, Hazard Zone, is more like Hunt. If you've played Hunt Showdown, or if you've watched people play Hunt Showdown, that's what it's more like. It is a PvPvE, which is how they've explained it. Player versus environment. Basically, in Hunt, you have a bounty or an objective to do in each map, and you load in with roughly about 20 players in Hunt. I think it's like 20 as max. And you go for the objective, and everyone else is doing the same thing. So you got to fight the environment and the other players, get the bounty, kill the people that are involved, and then extract with the bounty. It's extremely fun, actually. If it doesn't sound good to you, you should watch some videos on it. It's actually a really, really fun concept. And that's what the Hazard Zone is. So you drop in randomly on a map, and the maps are random. Up to 4 people in your squad. I think the max they said was 32 players in the lobby. I could be wrong. I think it's 32.
That's 3.
And then you get an objective of securing these little intel pieces which drop randomly. So it's never the same each time. You go in, you fight, you get these things, and you extract. And there's 2 extractions that come at different times, and you have to fight over the extractions while fighting the AI on the ground. I played 3 different games, and it was great. It was super, super fun. The whole objective, the game loop, is you go in with a certain amount of money to buy your gear, go into the mode, kill people, get the data, extract, you get more money for selling the data. The next time you go in, you get to buy better gear. That's the gameplay loop. It's very simple, but the game mode itself is difficult. So it is quite enjoyable. So in all, you've got 2 multiplayer modes, Hazard Zone, and if you have the newer systems or a good PC, you have Portal. That's it. Now, if you're playing it right now, you've spent $100 or $120 on this game.
That actually looked like a dude.
This is not $100 or $120 of content. I don't care how much DLC they're going to throw in later. This game isn't complete. As much as I love the multiplayer, the game itself, the core, works well. But this is not even a $60 or $70 game. This is a $30 game. 40 at max. This is not complete. And as of right now, I have actually already sent in for my refund on the game. The servers crashed. They crashed hard. There is no help. I've tried contacting EA. I'm not a big streamer or anything like that, so obviously I'm not going to be prioritized or anything, but still, no contact. I was on hold. I was waiting for anyone to just tell me if the servers are down themselves. I actually had to find out through a friend that the servers are just down. They just shut them down. Obviously, there's going to be day one launch issues, but still,
Oh, great! This guy's right in front of me too.
it just got me thinking. I just paid $100 for an incomplete game that I can't play right now,
Oh, maybe those are AI people.
for one game mode that's got a small gameplay loop. I can't justify that. So I'm refunding it, and I'm gonna wait. Maybe Black Friday, Cyber Monday, it'll be on sale for $30, $40. $40 seems a little bit much, but I'll pay it for that. I don't think anyone should be buying this for $100, $120. I mean, if you're diehard on that multiplayer conquest and that's all you want to play, go for it. It's all you. Not going to tell you how to spend your money. But otherwise, this is not a complete game. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah, it is.
They did not tell us there was only going to be 2 multiplayer modes: the hazard mode, or hazard zone mode, and portal only for those for new systems. It's really shady business. It's typical of EA. I did not expect DICE to do this, but it is what it is.
Try and get around them.
So that's my game review. Like I said before, I don't usually do game reviews, but I kind of was rushing to get this one out while I'm waiting for the servers to go back on and waiting for my refund. Maybe I can help some other people save some money. This is very unfortunate. I was really, really, really looking forward to this. And I want to play more of the Hazard Zone, and I want to play more of the multiplayer, but not for $100. That's an absolute ripoff. So let me know what you guys think. No hate towards Battlefield. I mean, honestly, the game, it's okay. It's good. It's just not enough. It's just not enough. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe if you haven't. I don't usually do game reviews, so if you're looking for that, just be wary. I usually just post gameplay videos, usually like 3 to 4, sometimes more a week. And I'd love to hear from you guys. So give me a shout out, give me a comment. Let me know. Let's discuss in the comments. And that's all from me, guys.